Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Hello from BML. BML UK. We are live from Birmingham, England. So, today I'm going to give you some free training and also give you some introduction, what we do, how you can join us, and some important information about care skills trainings that we do for free. So if you want to join our courses, the numbers displayed on the screen are available. You can WhatsApp us, and we are live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on TikTok. Right. So if anybody um, wants to contact us, we are live for about 1 or 2 hours now on. So you can comment us or send us a message, or our numbers displayed on the screen are available for you 24 by 7, 365 days a year to support you. And also, if you go to our website, bmlcollege.com, we are available, you can start studying a UK qualification from your home. So we want education are affordable and accessible to the world. So we have set up systems in place so that you can get best education, UK's best education online for affordable pricing. And also we give up to 50% scholarship for students who want to get into higher education. We want higher education to be accessible and affordable to the world. So start applying for our courses. We have our systems and our teams in place to support your education. So if you are someone 16 and above, 16 years and above, and if you are thinking of applying for a course, then of course at BML we are supporting our students in the world to get into higher education so that you can change the world, because we believe education will give you uh, mm, will change your lives, because we have seen a lot of students, 97% of our students are in higher education or in full-time employment within 3 to 6 months of their graduation. So that is why we are making UK education affordable and accessible to the world. If you go to bmlcollege.com, you can click the course that you want to study. A member from our team will be in contact to see whether you are eligible to study that course, and we will guide you through, because we want higher education affordable and accessible to the world. We want more people in taking the qualification so that you improve your knowledge and skills, and you will find better opportunities in the market. Okay, let's start our social media live session from now and I'm going to get you a little bit of an understanding about what courses we do and how you can join, and about our college. And specifically, we believe our education is all about how much knowledge and how much skills that you have developed and who you become, rather than a paper qualification or just passing the exams, because you have to ensure that you get the maximum out of the education by changing your lives, changing your thinking, changing your skills, making it better, and apply to real world. So that is the purpose of education. So welcome to BML College UK and International. We are a global college available to the world. BML College Online is a program that we are empowering students to get into higher education. BML is your college at your fingertips.
Welcome to our prestigious college in the central Birmingham location. Established in 2012, BML College UK is a visionary organization committed to providing high-quality education and learning opportunities for wider communities. At BML, we believe quality education should be affordable and accessible to everyone in the world. We take pride to provide internationally accredited, high-quality educational programs to our students. Through a panel of ambitious, well-qualified teachers who will naturally inspire students to be self-motivated in their approach to learning and to get beyond textbooks by applying their understanding to the outside world.
Discover BML College UK and International, a global hub where minds from around the world collaborate to create academic excellence. With cutting-edge programs, renowned professors, and a vibrant campus, BML is the launch pad for your ambitions. Whether you dream of business, tech, or the arts, you'll build a network spanning the globe and make your mark on the world. Don't just dream big. Come to BML and make it happen. Discover BML College UK and International, a global hub where minds from around the world collaborate to create academic excellence. With cutting-edge programs, renowned professors, and a vibrant campus, BML is the launch pad for your ambitions. Whether you dream of...
Welcome to BML College UK, a prestigious institution established in 2012 in central Birmingham. We are committed to providing high-quality education and learning opportunities for communities worldwide, ensuring accessibility and affordability for all students. At BML College, we not only want our students to achieve academic excellence, but also to become a better learner for life. Learning is a lifelong journey, and we need our students to keep thriving in the corporate sector, learn and cultivate British values,
Right, so at BML College, we have four main values where we need our students to achieve academic qualifications because it's very important. That's why you come for a college. So you need to learn well, focus, and achieve your academic qualifications with flying colors. Yes, academic grades matters. So you have to focus on completing your qualifications. We are empowering, encouraging, supporting our students to complete their education. So we have the lowest dropout rates. And also, we want you to become a lifelong learner. So it's not only your tenure with us that matters, but even after, you have to learn to become a lifelong learner because learning is a lifelong journey. Learning is a lifelong journey. Make sure you continue your professional and personal development even after you graduate from us. We have CPD courses as well available for our students online for free. So even if they complete their qualifications with that, they can come back for CPD learning. We are updating our systems regular basis with industry standards so that you can get the CPD courses and certifications as well, even years after graduation. That is the support that we give from BML College because we want our students to ensure that they develop their skills throughout their lifetime and get them the CPD courses and CPD certificates even after graduation. Okay, and also we cultivate British values at BML College. So we will learn about what are the British values, and we are not only focusing on academic progression, but we want students to cultivate British values so that you will be a great product of BML. We also want students to understand and become a global citizen, protect the environments, and give back to the community. Remember, we have an enhanced responsibility towards the community and humanity. Yes, so it's not only your grades or the paper qualification, your graduation, the photos matter. It is what you are giving back to the community, how do you protect the environment, and how you become a global citizen, and what values that you have created over the years are the things that matter, because that is the purpose of education. So welcome to BML College Online. We are a set of professionals. We want to support our students not only completing their academic qualifications, but also becoming a better learner for life. Okay, so let's listen to the rest of the video now.
Become a better human being, protect the natural environments, and giving back to the communities they live in. We want you to be a proud graduate of BML College UK and International and make your dreams come true. In this video, we will learn how important is higher education for today's world. At BML College, we believe higher education is crucial in the 21st century. It offers better economic perspectives, empowers personal development, encourages community involvement, helps individuals lead structured lives with a strong sense of responsibility. Pursuing higher education helps you realize your passions and develop discipline. It enhances decision-making skills and provides a sense of accomplishment, as each completed course or task reflects your talent and hard work. People with higher education live more structured lives. They have stronger sense of responsibility and advanced personal development skills. When you are in higher education, you will improve your verbal and written communication skills. So you will be a better communicator.
Higher education is important for students because it lets you to realize your different passions. The more you learn, the liker you will find the true passions in your life. Higher education will give you greater sense of discipline because higher educational programs will teach you disciplines required as a professional. You will learn how to follow complex instructions and meet deadlines. You will be trained how to assess a situation and come up with best alternatives, decision-making skills, and many more. Higher education will also give you a sense of accomplishment each time you successfully complete a course, modules, workplace task, a qualification. You will get a sense of accomplishment that your talent and hard work paid off.
At BML College, we follow UK education system. The UK higher education credit system quantifies learning through credits, which reflect the amount and depth of learning achieved. Credits are accumulated towards qualifications, ensuring recognition of your educational accomplishments.
Credits are awarded upon successful completion of modules based on learning outcomes. This system ensures that your achievements are recognized, regardless of how or where the learning took place, maintaining a consistent standard.
Credit is a means of quantifying and recognizing learning whenever and wherever it is achieved. It can be used as a tool to compare learning achieved in different contexts. Most higher education programs of study comprises of credits has been assigned to individual modules and/or to whole programs. A number of credits is normally assigned to each module, which indicates the amount of learning undertaken, and a specified credit level indicates the relative depth of learning involved. Together, these are known as the credit value. Credit is awarded once you have successfully completed a module in recognition of the amount and depth of learning which you have achieved. Credits are then accumulated towards the total credit required for a program of study and a qualification. Most institutions that provide higher education programs of study in England use credit. Now let's see how and when credits are awarded.
Credit is awarded to you when you have shown through assessment that you have successfully completed a module or a program by meeting the specific set of learning outcomes for that module or program. Statements of learning outcomes outline what you will know, understand, and be able to do when you have successfully completed a piece of learning. It is the achievement of the learning outcomes that is essential for the award of credit, not how or where the learning took place, or how it was assessed, or how long it actually took. You usually demonstrate that you have achieved the learning outcomes of a module or qualification by successfully completing one or more pieces of assessed work to a minimum standard. Exceeding the minimum standard does not result in you being awarded more credits, as the credit value is fixed before assessment. The credit value indicates both the amount of learning expected, the number of credits, and its depth, complexity, and intellectual demand, the credit level. Each module or unit has only one level for its credit. The credit value for a module or unit is set for that element of learning before you begin your studies. Once you have been assessed and have successfully achieved the required learning outcomes, you are awarded all of the credits, the credit value for that element of learning.
Most undergraduate certificates and diplomas have 120 credits, whereas a foundation degree is equivalent to 240 credits as shown in the table. Bachelor's degree is awarded when 360 credits are achieved. Master's degree is awarded when 540 credits are achieved. Likewise, it is very important to understand how UK academic credit system works. For more information, please visit www.qaa.ac.uk. At BML College, we provide outstanding academic support for our students to achieve their academic credits. We have sophisticated learning management system and an online library. Our tutors are qualified and experienced to support you achieving your desired goals.
When you enroll into our courses, you will be given access to a robust learning management system where you can explore online resources, lecture materials, online libraries, and access a wealth of resources. These platforms provide valuable materials to support your studies and enhance your learning experience at BML College. Thank you for joining BML College UK for your educational journey. We are here to support you every step of the way, offering unique opportunities to push your boundaries and achieve your academic goals.
Right, so our college is established in the UK since 2011-2012 period, and we have helped thousands of students across 14 different countries to start UK qualification online and some on campus. We have campuses in Sri Lanka and in the UK. So what we promise our students, the good education, yes, you get UK qualifications that are recognized around the world, UK credit system you get. So upon completing your awards, you will be given the qualification that are accepted in the world. So think about it. You need to, if you are investing on your future, then definitely a good qualification that will enable you to find global opportunities is a definite advantage. Right. So then support for students. Yes, we are supporting our students 100%. We are here to support our students to achieve their goals in terms of gaining the knowledge and putting the knowledge in practice. We discuss classroom. We have classroom sessions where you can come up with your own ideas, and then we discuss. We share ideas. We have classrooms. Students participating from different countries, so we share ideas. We develop each other. So we are here to support your education all the way, and we are a friendly community. We have our teams and our peers and the lecturers. We are here to support you, guide you through. You are welcome to our college. We give equal opportunities for everyone. So we value diversity. So you can get in touch with us if you are someone watching this from any part of the world. Want to start studying a UK qualification, of course, then BML College Online is your best option. Right, so we are a visionary college where we want high quality education and learning opportunities available and accessible to the wider communities in the world. That's why we have come up with BML College Online platform, where anybody from any part of the world is able to now start a qualification online and get yourself qualified. Also, BML graduates are given direct entries to many universities in the UK and overseas. We have students moving into USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Dubai. We have some university partnerships in Singapore and Europe. So we have seen a lot of our students getting scholarships and also entry pathways to the universities. So you are getting the value for money. So you need to ensure like what is start from level 3. If you are not qualified enough to start a qualification, then of course you can start with entry level foundation, which is level 3. And you can as you go along, you can improve your skills, communication skills, language skills, writing, report writing, researching, all that skills you can develop and become a better learner for life. Right, so if you want more details, go to bmlcollege.com. Then you can get more information. Okay, so yes, we are empowering futures through global education. We have offices and campuses in these places, but we are available to the world. So if you're someone watching this, if you can commit to one of these campuses, of course you can, then speak to us. You can start studying on campus courses, but most of our courses are available to study online. So if you cannot commit to these places, then of course you can start an online qualification and start your journey for higher education, right? So these are addresses and our contact numbers. You can contact us anytime. We are here to support you. And yes, we have approvals and accreditations in the UK and abroad. So you are getting quality education that is regulated and supported by awarding bodies in the UK. Our courses, yes, we have courses in business and management, law and legal studies, computing and IT, health and social care, early learning and childcare, education and training, hospitality and tourism. So these courses lead to university degrees as well. So once you complete level 3, level 4, level 5, then you can go to the university for finally a top up. Okay, which is level 6, equivalent to bachelor's. So bachelor's degree you can gain once you complete these qualifications. And also we have partnerships with the universities where we can guarantee you a place, provided you pass the modules and you improve your knowledge, and obviously you need to get the award with flying colors. So then we can guarantee you a place at the university. Again, it is subject to your ability to complete the modules, because it is completely your responsibility and how much effort you put to these qualifications that will enable you to complete, and a good marks needed to secure a place with a university. But we have pathway programs, programs available with the universities that we are already partnered with. Depending on your academic merit, we can support you with further education. Right, so next slide is about, yes, it's 97% of our graduates are either in higher education or in full-time employment within 6 to 12 months of their graduation. This is based on our internal records. All our students, we have contacted them within 6 to 12 months period of time, and we've got the response that 97% of them are either studying for higher education at the universities, or they are in full-time employment. So this is a good progression by the college. So you will also be able to gain better qualification, improve your skills, and definitely you can move up in the corporate ladder. If you are working already, or if you are a fresher, then of course you can apply for your dream job, because we are improving the employability skills throughout all our programs, because we believe education should give you the return on investment. So it's not only just a paper qualification, you're writing assignments and you're reading, researching. No, you have to definitely improve your skills in communication, grabbing the opportunities, finding better opportunities in the market, facing interviews, doing your CV. So we have employability skills development team where we will guide you through how to do your CV, how to face an interview, how to do attitude tests in some of the organizations. They have these tests available. So we develop you, and we will make sure that you get a return on investment as well. We are partnered with industry experts and some of the organizations that provide opportunities for our students for work placements and internships, and sometimes the job opportunities as well. So let us know how we can help. Then bmlcollege.com is available for you to support your learning journey. We cultivate British values, as I told you. Yes, we believe it is very important to us at BML. So we will learn about British values. How we are cultivating British values, I will show you that video as well. But before that, I want to let you know, so at BML, what matters to us the most is who you become through education. So that is what matters. So it's not only paper qualification or academic credits or the assignments. You are reaching merits, you're getting distinctions, and you pass. But then who you have become at the end of the day, whether you have improved, whether you have created the values for the society, whether you have created a good relationship with your life, your future, whether you are positive thinker, whether you are applying and go and grab that opportunity. Are you better positioned now than before, is what matters at BML. So we value British values, and we want you to cultivate British values at the same time as your academic qualifications. Okay, let's watch the next video.
Welcome to BML College UK and International, a prestigious institution established in 2012 in central Birmingham. Induction video 2. At BML College, we not only want our students to achieve academic excellence, but also want to grow to become outstanding human beings. We want our students to become better learners for life. Learning is a lifelong journey, and we need our students to keep thriving in the corporate sector, become a better human being, protect the natural environments, and giving back to the communities they live in. We want you to be a proud graduate of BML College UK and International and make your dreams come true. At BML, we cultivate British values. There are 5 British values such as democracy, individual liberty, mutual respect, tolerance, and the rule of law. These principles are integral to our educational approach, fostering a supportive and inclusive learning environment for all students.
There's more to being British than talking about the weather, watching the World Cup, and making an amazing cup of tea. In Britain, we have a set of values we hope to be shared by all, that guide us to be a nation where everyone feels safe, valued, and free to be themselves. So, what are they, and what do they mean? Mutual respect and tolerance. We don't all share the same beliefs, faiths, or ideals, but we should respect others and feel respected and safe in our own beliefs. We shouldn't impose our beliefs on anyone else, as we wouldn't wish others to do to us. Remember, we're all different. Democracy. Being in a democratic country, our voice matters. Our votes guide the decisions made by the government for the best running of the country. Democracy allows the majority view to become the deciding factor in decision-making, and it helps us feel valued. And don't forget that your vote counts too. The rule of law. The laws in this country are put in place to help us live and work in a happy, safe and secure environment. Abiding by the laws set in place through democratic processes is in our best interest if we want to remain safe. Individual liberty. We have the freedom to express our individuality through freedom of speech, freedom of choice, and our individual presentation. Just consider the guidance in the above values and show respect to all. Our individual liberty protects our rights, and expressing our individuality demonstrates our value in British society. Each of us is unique, but with a shared goal of harmony. So, remember British values: democracy, mutual respect and tolerance, rule of law, and individual liberty. And then make yourself a cup of tea. I hear we're known for it.
At BML College, we respect each other's differences because we know everyone has the right to be themselves and express their opinions.
At BML College, we treat others as we want to be treated. We celebrate diversity and show kindness to everyone because we respect all irrespective of their differences.
At BML College, we respect and learn from each other's beliefs and traditions. We study together in harmony. We practice tolerance of different faiths and beliefs.
At BML College, we know that everyone's voice counts. We all have a say in making decisions that affect us. We understand democracy is important.
At BML College, we understand that the rules and legislations are in place to keep us safe and to be fair for all. Rules apply to everyone, no matter who you are. We respect the rule of law. Thank you for considering BML College UK for your educational journey. We are here to support you every step of the way, offering unique opportunities to push your boundaries and achieve your academic goals. For more information on our courses to join, please visit bmlcollege.com.
Right, okay, so yeah, that was about how we cultivate British values at our college. And we are also, academic performance is very important at our college. So we have Teams classrooms available for students if they need support. We have live sessions, interactive sessions available for the students online. And also we have recorded learning in learning management system, where you can access our recorded learning sessions, presentations, and videos to learn at your own pace and pauses. We also have Teams Library, where you can access the essential books required for your learning process. We believe that learner enrollment, retention, and satisfaction is very important at BML. So we have individual teams to support you throughout your journey. So academic performance is very important as well. So you have to complete all your assignments and learning outcomes to ensure that you are gaining the knowledge that is required, and put that into practice through the assignments and portfolios. There are different classroom activities that you need to get involved so that you improve your skills, such as presentation skills, communication skills, report writing skills, academic referencing skills, things like that. Okay, so make sure that you are enjoying your time, whether it is online or on campus. This time of your life is very important that you gain the knowledge, because you at young age, if you start your qualification, it definitely will change your life. So it is very important that you are investing on your future because higher education will let you realize your passion. Sometimes maybe you don't know whether that you have had that kind of a passion in your life. So to realize your passions, start a qualification so you will learn and it will change your lives, and maybe it will give you an idea for a business or to develop your future career. So that's why at BML we have made UK education affordable and accessible to the world through BML College Online. Our promise, yes, as I told you before, our promise to you is we are flexible, so you can start your qualifications at any period of time, and we are giving you up to 2 years to complete a qualification, because sometimes you need paces and pauses in learning, so we are flexible in terms of the duration and at what time you want to start your qualification and what time you want to finish. So we are given up to 2 years our LMS portal accessible to you so that you can study at your own pace and pauses. And also we are here to support you 24/7, 365 days a year. We have the student administrators and tutors, academic skills development team, and also your personal tutors, and we have student support team, and you will be given a dedicated team or a WhatsApp team where you can contact us on WhatsApp. So that is our promise. Also, employability is one of the key aspects in our college. We need all our students to ensure that they are achieving their skills, they are achieving their goals in terms of career development, starting a business, and employability. So we have some of the options available for some courses, and some students can get into work placements and job opportunities as well. So employability is also one of the key aspects in our performance review. So our promise, we believe education is a life-changing opportunity for an individual. 97% of our graduates are in higher education or in employment within 6 months of their graduation, and we give full support, guidance, and care for the students and families to find job opportunities in their local market or in foreign markets, or if you want to move abroad for higher education, yes, we have opportunities for that as well through BML Beyond Borders program. Right. Yeah. So we have over thousands of students from 14 different countries in our alumni, and also student union is also available for students to network. Operational reviews, yes, we have LMS system which is very sophisticated, and we are getting the reviews from our students for improved student outcomes, and also we are managing effectively our resources to guide you, give you the best experience in online learning. And also we have financial aids and scholarships available, which is 50% scholarship, so you can request for a 50 to 70% scholarship depending
I'm there living in Saudi Arabia, and I recently finished studying my level 3 diploma at business studies at BML College UK, and I'm so excited to be finishing my university here in Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so students from around the world are studying at BML College. We also have some free courses available as well. So it is definitely you need to you can get more information from if you call the number displayed on the screen. A member from our team will be get back to you, and wherever you are in the world, you may be from Asia, Africa, or Middle East, Europe, any part of the world. If you want to start studying a qualification, yes, then contact us. We are able to support you. Right. So today I'm going to get you, free training. Free training. Okay, free training. I will share the screen now for that. So we will do the training today. So we are going to learn about COSH. Okay. Okay, let's see what is COSH. This is for care students, but I'll give you
Welcome to your
I will
online
give you this training, so you get free training today. If you want to get more information and if you want to do more free training courses, or you want to start a qualification with us, please do let us know. We have more courses available online. Okay, so welcome to the online training of FOCOSH, which will guide you through the regulatory requirement for the control of hazardous substances in the workplace. This COSH course will provide you with the knowledge and understanding required in your role as a health and social care worker and meet the expectations in the health and social care sector. The training will provide evidence for knowledge requirements for level 2 to 4 health and social care diplomas, and will also link to care certificate standard 13. Right. Right. So, okay, we will start
learning
the training.
aims.
Yeah, learning outcomes.
The aims of
during this training, you will learn about the definition of COSH, regulatory and work placement requirements of COSH, COSH symbols used on packaging, the different routes chemicals can enter and affect the body, the meaning of biohazards, how food becomes hazardous, safe measures to prevent harm, the different types of PPE equipment, the correct procedure for storing hazardous substances, risk assessment, and data sheets.
your learning.
Okay, so we will define what is COSH, and we will also learn about hazardous substances and safety measures.
Module
Right, the
1.
definition of COSH. What is COSH? Let's start your training by telling what is COSH, okay? So COSH is the control of substances hazardous to health regulations that make it a requirement for employers to manage hazardous substances safely in their businesses, okay? So it is a control of substances that are hazardous to health regulations. So it is hazardous to health. So employers must control how to handle these substances in order to make sure that it is health and safety compliance. Okay, compliant. Right. So that is the definition of COSH.
COSH
Okay?
regulation.
Now, COSH regulations introduce a legal framework for controlling people's exposure arising from work activities. Responsibilities under these regulations include employers must make an assessment of the health risks created by the work. Right, so there should be health risk assessments that employees should do if their job involves any hazardous equipment or the substances that need to be handled. Okay, they must implement measures that need to be taken as a consequence. So there should be measures. What will happen if they do not adhere to the procedure, okay? And then there should be consequences. So there should be measures for the consequences taken as okay. They must protect people's health and meet the requirements of COSH regulations. Yes, because it is a responsibility of the employer to ensure that the workers and the public are protected by these substances if they are handling substances at work. Exposure. Every year, there are workers that are made ill by exposure to hazardous substances in the workplace. So let's see what are the hazardous equipment. Okay, so lung disease. Sometimes exposure to hazardous substances cause lung diseases such as asthma. Okay, sometimes it is some types of cancer. So if there are any hazardous substances at work, then that can cause their employees or the public some types of cancer. And also skin diseases, some such as dermatitis. So there are different types of skin diseases, allergies can happen because if you do not control these substances, or if you do not handle it carefully. Okay, so exposure can create different types of diseases. Right. So next,
What can cause
what can
illness?
cause illness? Hazardous substances that can cause illness include dust and fumes, flowers and bulbs, oils, metalwork fluids, cleaning products, cement, vapors and gases, and biological agents, germs. Okay, biological agents such as germs. Okay, so these are the substances that can cause hazardous substances that can cause illnesses in organizations. So you need to ensure that these are handled with care. Okay, so this is
What does COSH?
Okay, then what does COSH not include? Okay, COSH does not include substances that have their own regulations, such as lead, asbestos, radioactive substances. So lead, asbestos, and radioactive substances have their own regulations, right? So substances that become hazardous or explosive through high pressure or extreme temperatures, and biological agents outside the employer's control, such as catching an infection from a colleague. Yeah, so biological like germs, because of the germs that somebody else carried within the employees. If they catch that, then of course it is not a regulatory requirement, because if you catch flu from a colleague, that cannot be that is not included in the COSH regulations. Okay, right. So next, let's see
Myths and reality.
Myths and reality. Okay, let's see what are the myths and reality. Of course, it is safe. We have always done it that way. Okay, let's see. Some diseases take years to develop. If exposure is high, a fatal disease may develop. Maybe it's time to change. So sometimes it may not appear at the same time as you exposed or inhaled the substances, but it might accumulate over the time, and then later on over the time there may be any hazardous and fatal diseases that may develop throughout the time. So therefore, that's why even if there is no immediate harm, you must make sure that the hazardous substances are properly regulated and managed. Okay, so then next one, it is a natural product, so it can be harmful. Yeah, sometimes people might think, oh, it is natural, the flowers, the dust, the pollens, it's natural, so therefore there's nothing to worry. No, natural materials can be harmful, such as henna can cause dermatitis and asthma. So if you're using henna at your workplace for your clients, then you still have to do the test whether to see if there's any harm to the client. Okay, so because it can develop even if it is natural materials, but still it can have bad impact to the client. So you need to ensure that it is handled with care. So stone and concrete dust can cause lung disease such as silicosis. Now if you're working in a place where there's dust from stones and concrete, then that can cause lung disease over the time when you're exposed. Citrus oils can cause skin problems, irritations, things like that. Okay, so these are the myths. So the myths is then, if there's now myth is like you say, oh, there's no immediate immediate harm, so it won't be a problem. No, that is the myth. So the truth is there can be long-term exposure can cause problems. And if the myth is if it is natural materials, it doesn't make a harm. No, that is wrong. The truth is it can make it can be harmful. Okay. Let's see next. I don't work with harmful substances. Most people work with substances that are hazardous to health. Even something as simple as flour can be hazardous. Oven cleaner is a substance that can be hazardous to health. So you can take it easy. Oh, I don't work with hazardous substances, but then even some small amount or that you do not know, the substance that you do not know how to handle, then it can cause health problems. They wouldn't sell it to us, so it's not safe. So people might think, oh no, hazardous substances, nobody sell it to us, so don't worry, we won't be able to get any harm. But then that's a myth. Just because something is available, it doesn't mean it is safe. For example, you can readily purchase bleach, and it can severely damage your health if misused. Right? Now, sometimes you use bleach for cleaning the toilets. That can be also hazardous to your health if it is being handled inappropriately. Okay, so these are the myths and truths about hazardous substances. Okay, let's see the next.
Let's recap.
Right, let's see. Control of substances hazardous to health. Yes. Yes, the control of substances hazardous to health. Regulations 2002 are also known as COSH. Okay, so we know. Okay, what is COSH? COSH is all about the control of substances hazardous to health. Regulations 2002 are also known as COSH. So it is whatever the substances that are available at your workplace that may cause harmful to your health, and how the regulations to handle these substances is called COSH. Okay, we know that now. And
Health
okay,
and
let's
Safety
see.
at Work.
Health and Safety at Work Act 1974. So this is very important. When you work in the UK, everybody must know this Health and Safety Act Work Act 1974. So COSH regulations were introduced under this act in 1989 and amended in 2002. Okay, let's watch this video.
Health and Safety Law. The Health and Safety at Work Act places responsibilities on your employer to ensure a safe place of work, provide safe equipment, provide information and training, and provide instruction and supervision. You also have responsibilities under health and safety law. You have a duty to take reasonable care of your own health and safety. You have a duty of care to other employees, clients, and visitors. You must cooperate with your employer in performing duties, and you must report any health and safety concerns. Health and Safety Law. The Health and Safety at Work Act places responsibilities on your employer to ensure a safe place of work, provide safe equipment, provide information and training, and provide instruction and supervision. You also have responsibilities under health and safety law. You have a duty to take reasonable care of your own health and safety. You have a duty of care to other employees, clients, and visitors. You must cooperate with your employer in performing duties, and you must report any health and safety concerns. UK REACH. UK REACH is a
Okay, so UK REACH. UK REACH is a regulation that applies to most chemical substances that are manufactured in or imported into Britain. Britain is England, Scotland, and Wales. REACH stands for Evaluation, Authorization, and Restriction of Chemicals. The main aims of UK REACH are to ensure a high level of protection for human health and the environment from the risks posed by chemicals. Under the regulation, industry manufacturers are responsible for assessing and managing the chemical risks, and they must provide safety information to all users. So UK REACH is the regulation that applies to most chemical substances and how that is manufactured or imported into the Great Britain. These regulations are in place in order to make sure that the harmful chemicals, reaching the population. So UK is protecting its people under strict regulation and monitoring, authorization, evaluating the restriction of chemicals. So they use this evaluation, authorization, and restriction to manufacture or import harmful chemicals. Okay, so they are in order to protect the people. So and if the industries need chemicals, then of course there is a strict regulation that industry manufacturers must be responsible for assessing and managing the chemical risks for people. And if there's anything that is being produced, then the label should give the information about the safety information for the all users, because that's very important how to handle it. Okay, then let's see.
UK REACH.
UK REACH. Because the UK left the European Union, in the European Union REACH regulation was brought into UK law under the European Withdrawal Act 2018. The key principles of the EU REACH regulation were retained from 1st January 2021. The Independent Chemical Regulatory Framework is now known as the UK REACH. EU REACH continues to apply to the Northern Ireland. Okay, so in Northern Ireland, the EU REACH, which means the regulation of the manufacturing and import of chemicals, and these are different regulations and different legislations for manufacturing and importing the chemicals, harmful chemicals.
Let's recap.
Let's see. Okay, let's recap what can cause. Okay, select all the correct answers. What substances does COSH include? Cleaning products, biological agents, and not lead or asbestos, and only substances classified as hazardous. Okay, let's see if it's right. No, it's just the cleaning products and the biological agents. So the correct answer is the COSH covers most of the chemicals but used at work, but does not cover lead, asbestos, or radioactive substances. Okay, so they have their own
module completion. Well done. You have now completed module 1 of your training.
Let's move to the next part.
Module 2,
okay, so
hazardous substances. Substances hazardous to health. Let's now look at substances in more detail.
Hazardous to health.
Select each of the buttons to.
Okay. Of course, there is a strict regulation that.
Module 2, hazardous substances. Substances hazardous to health. Let's now look at substances in more detail. Select each of the buttons to learn about the properties that make substances hazardous to health. Module 2, Hazardous Substances. Substances hazardous to health. Let's now look at substances in more detail. Select each of the buttons to learn about the properties that make substances hazardous to health.
Right, okay. Let's now see the hazardous substances that are okay, that you need to know. Right, okay. Explosive. A substance is classified as explosive if there is a risk that it may cause an explosion if released suddenly, or if it comes into contact with other substances, right? So you understand. So like explosives, it can if it can collide with something else, then it may cause explosion, like that. Okay, so explosives are hazardous substance to life. Flammable, yes, some substances are classified as flammable if it catches fire easily. Like fuels, fossil fuels, right? So these fuels, they may be hazardous to your life because it may catch fire easily. Oxidizing, okay, means that the substance provides oxygen that can make other substances burn more fiercely. Care should be taken into keep it away from flammable substances, including clothing. Now, for example, it might release oxygen that can make other substances burn more fiercely. So then you have to be very careful when handling these substances. Corrosive. A corrosive substance attacks and destroys living tissues such as skin and eyes. Hydrochloric acid, found in toilet cleaners, is classified as corrosive. Okay, so you need to understand these different types of hazardous substances in lives that we use day-to-day life. Yeah. Then toxic substances. A toxic substance is one which can cause death. For example, if swallowed, inhaled, or absorbed by the skin, it may cause death, right? So you need to be very careful about these different types of hazardous substances that you may if you are working in different organizations, then you need to ensure that there's this control of these substances handling, and you are being supervised, and also whether you are given appropriate PPE, personal protective equipment, to handle. Okay, irritant. Okay, a substance is classified as an irritant if it causes a painful reaction or allergy when it contact with the skin, right? So sometimes some substances are making allergies and irritants for some skin types, right? So you need to understand, okay, that is a very hazardous substance for and harmful for your health. Sensitizer. A sensitizer causes a substantial proportion of exposed people to develop an allergic reaction after repeated exposure to the chemicals. So if you repeatedly expose to these chemicals, and after some time, it can create substantial proportion of exposure will create allergies within people. Okay, then carcinogen, which is a carcinogen, is a substance that cause cancer. So there are some substances that may cause cancer. So exposing to these substances may cause cancer, right? Then mutagen. A mutagen changes genetic material, for example, DNA. Mutations can cause cancer, so a mutagen is often also a carcinogen. Okay, so yes, it can, because DNA mutation and something to do with like a genetic material mutation can definitely cause cancer, and this mutation is also considered very harmful to life. Okay, so let's see the
The
next.
form of
Right, the form of substances. A hazardous substance comes in three basic physical forms: solids. Okay, what are the solids? For example, tablets, dishwasher tablets, pellets, rat poison, powders such as washing powder. Dust come from larger solids and can be dangerous when inhaled, such as wood, wheat dust. In a care setting, solids also include medication and food. Yeah, so yeah, that can also be a solid form of hazardous substances. Okay, let's
2.
see.
Liquids.
Liquids, the form of substances, liquids. So we are talking about the hazardous substances, and then or there can be solids, and then there can be a form of liquids as well. Common liquids include cleaning fluids, liquid medicines, and bodily fluids. Vapors will form when liquids evaporate, and if inhaled, if inhaled, can reach toxic levels quickly, so good ventilation is required. Mists and aerosols consist of fine liquid droplets suspended in the air, such as insect pesticides. Yeah, so there can be hazardous substances in the form of liquids, such as pesticides and cleaning fluids, and liquid medicines, and like bodily fluids. Okay, so how you handle this at work is very important. That is why cost regulation comes into place.
3.
Right, the form of substances like gases. So there could be liquid, solids, and these gases. Okay, so three forms of hazardous substances. So gases, these disperse in the air very quickly and are hazardous if they replace the oxygen needed to breathe. Sometimes there is no detectable odor, such as carbon monoxide. There's no odor detectable. Non-toxic gases can also be hazardous if they replace oxygen. Examples: air fresheners, oven cleaners. Okay, so sometimes when they have a very irritable odor, then that can also be harmful. But there, even without a detectable odor, there will be some gases that may harmful to your life. So you have to handle these with care, and you need proper assessment, risk assessment in managing of these risks at work, and also proper training should be given to employees. Right. Right.
Kosh symbols. There are 9
There are
Kosh
9
symbols in total. Select
Okay, so
each
these are
symbol
the
to learn their meaning.
Kosh symbols. Okay, so learn about all these 9 symbols. 9 symbols. So you may have seen these symbols different places, right? Back of the packages, and sometimes you have seen the fuel containers. Yeah. So yeah, you have seen, but let's learn about one by one. Okay, so let's see what are these symbols. Right, okay, what is this symbol? Flammable. Liquids and gases which are flammable if in contact with air at ambient temperature and pressure. Example: deodorant, hairspray, nail polish remover, and mosquito repellent. So some substances, if they get contact with other gases or liquids, may cause flames. So it may be flammable. Fire may cause fire. Okay, so that is why you have to handle this with care. And examples are the deodorants, hairspray, nail polish remover, and mosquito repellent. These symbols are in the containers of these the substances to show that it is flammable. Okay. The next one, let's see, what is this? Corrosive. Chemicals that may destroy living tissue on contact. Example, toilet and oven cleaners. Right, so this is corrosive. Okay, so flammable, corrosive, and then next, longer term health hazards. A cancer-causing agent or substance with respiratory, reproductive, or organ toxicity that cause damage over time. Example, turpentine, petrol, and some types of oils. Okay, so long-term exposure to these different substances may cause lifelong damage. So it can have cancers, and it can be respiratory, reproductive, or organ toxicity can cause damage over the time. Okay, so handling these longer term health hazards very important at work. Okay, so next, let's see, dangerous for the environment. Some chemicals that may present in an immediate or delayed danger to one or more components of their environments. For example, pesticides and biocides. Okay, because some of the substances may bring immediate or delayed danger to wild animals and the environment. Okay, so that is this one, which is dangerous to the environment. So learn about these different types of signs. Okay, and this one, let's see, toxic substances and preparations which in regular quantities can cause death or acute chronic damage to health when inhaled, swallowed, or absorbed via the skin, such as mold killer. Mold killers, yes, we use sometimes these at our houses. So these can be toxic to your health, and a considerable amount of or regular quantities of these types of toxic substances can cause death or any acute or chronic damage to your health. Okay, so these are the sign. This sign you should understand. Okay, this one is oxidizing substances and preparations which give rise to an exothermic reaction, meaning a rise in temperature when in contact with other substances. This is particularly dangerous with flammable substances such as oxygen tanks. Right, so it can cause flammable or in contact with the different types of substance. It can cause it can be dangerous or flammable, okay, such as oxygen tanks, so oxidizing agents. Okay, and then if you take this one, let's see, what is it? Gas under pressure. Gas stored under pressure, such as gas cylinders or containers, contains gas which can explode if heated or put under pressure. Examples, fire extinguishers and gas canisters. Okay, so this is about the gas under pressure with the fire extinguishers that we use in buildings can cause can have gas under pressure. So if it is gas stored under pressure, then these gas cylinders or the containers, fire extinguishers or the gas canisters may explode and cause hazards to your life. So that has to be then well trained, risk assessed, and managed properly at the workplace, because then that is how, according to Health and Safety Regulation of Health and Safety at Work Act 1974. Okay, so let's see this one. This is a caution. Okay, caution sign. Hazardous to health, the environment, and the ozone layer. You know, ozone layer. Ozone layer protects us from bad UV rays from the sun. So if the substance that is hazardous to health, environment, and for the ozone layer, then that is, this symbol is showing in those types of substances. So examples, household products, washing up liquids, and bleach. Right, yeah, so this one, let's see, what is this? Explosive. may react exothermically with atmospheric oxygen, thereby quickly evolving gases which may detonate or upon heating explode. Example, fireworks and live ammunition. Okay, so ammunition, live ammunition. Okay, so explosives. So sometimes the explosives that that can react in contact with oxygen, or it may detonate, or heating can explode. So then those things such as fireworks are very hazardous substance for life. Okay, so that has to be marked in this symbol. This is called explosive symbol. Okay, so we learned about all 9 symbols. Okay, so explosives, hazardous to environment, and this is long-term health conditions, corrosive, fire, oxidizing, toxic. This is the gas canisters which are contained gas, and this one is the caution. It's caution. It can cause any type of issues for the ozone layer, human and environment. Okay, so we learned about different types of signs. Okay, let's see the next. Right, let's see this one. Identify the correct caution symbol. Explosive. Explosive. Okay, explosive is a correct symbol. Corrosive, yes. Inflammable, yes. Toxic, yes. Gas under pressure, yes. Informative, no. Caution. Yes. Caution, yes. Okay. We got a 7 out of 10. 7. Yeah, 7 out of 7. Good. Right. So we understand now what is caution symbol. Okay, what are the caution symbols? Okay, good.
Routes of exposure.
Right. Okay, so now we are now going to learn about routes of exposure. Poor control of substances can have an adverse effect on your body. So you must be aware of the most common routes of exposure to a hazardous substance. These include injection via the mouth, absorption via the skin, inhalation of fumes, dust and vapors. There may be other routes in your workplace, for example, needle stick injuries. Medical help should be sought immediately if there is exposure to hazardous substance where the risk of danger or harm has occurred. Okay, so how you can get exposed to different hazardous substances, such as by ingestion, like you maybe swallow it, right, mistakenly or somehow, right? So that is a route to exposure for this. Or absorb to skin can, right? And then inhale. You may inhale the substance. So even if you think that you have got exposed to these hazardous substances, then you need to seek medical advice immediately. Okay,
Select
let's see these ones. Okay, sure. Okay, exposure by breathing in. Once inhaled, some substances can attack the nose, throat, or lungs, while others get into the body through the lungs and harm other parts of the body. For example, the liver. Okay, so it is through breathing in. And exposure by the skin contact. Substances can damage skin or pass through it and damage internally. Routes of skin damage include touching, dipping hands, splashing, or airborne dusts. Then exposure by swallowing. People transfer chemicals from their hands to their mouths by eating, drinking, or smoking without washing first. So that is why washing hands very important when you work in health and social care sector. Okay, then exposure to the eyes. Some vapors, gases, dust are irritating to eyes. Caustic fluid splashes can damage eyesight permanently. So you have to be very careful. Okay. Next, exposure by skin puncture. Risks from needle stick injuries are rare, but can involve infection, transmission, or harmful substances, such as giving insulin to a non-diabetic. Mm. Yeah, so you could be very careful when you are working in health and social care sector because of these rules. COSH rules, very important, right? Okay, let's see
Biological
next.
agents.
Biological agents. Right. Biological agents are also classified as hazardous substances. Biohazards are germs that cause disease and pose a threat to the health of living organisms, preliminary humans. Examples include leptospirosis, spread by rodents. Then there are different spread by water contamination. So there are different types of exposure. If you is exposed to these biological agents, it can cause health hazards. In health and social care, common biohazards in the workplace are bodily fluids such as blood, vomit, urine, or feces. Okay, so you need to be very careful when you work in the health and social care sector because uh, biological or biohazards can cause you ill as well. Okay, so it's
Food
not
becoming
only the substances that is in different that you use for cleaning stuff. The biohazards are also things that has to be managed properly. Right, so food becoming hazardous, yes. Food becomes hazardous by contamination, which is unintended presence of harmful substances or microorganisms in food. Food can become contaminated from the following sources, such as chemical hazards, physical hazards, and biological hazards. Chemical hazards such as cleaning solutions. So yeah, if it is contaminated with the cleaning solutions, yes, the food may get the chemical hazards. The physical hazards such as foreign particles in such as glass, hair, or metal in food can become dangerous. Biological hazards are microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, and parasites. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Select the correct answer. What are the most common ways? Okay. Right. So ingestion, inhalation, and skin absorption. Correct, right? So that is how the most common routes of exposure to hazardous chemicals are ingestion, inhalation, and skin absorption. Right.
Module
Yes,
completion.
we have completed module 2 as well. Now we know the COSH symbols. First module 1 we learned about the COSH definition and explanations, and the second module we've learned about COSH symbols and routes to exposure. Okay, right, so let's now move to the next slide. Let's module 3. Safety measures, legal requirements. Module 3 will teach you the safety measures in place to reduce risk. The control of substances hazardous to health regulations, COSH, state that there should be a risk assessment in place for all hazardous substances in your workplace. Employers must control substances that are hazardous to health. Staff exposure to hazardous substances must be managed, reduced, and prevented by finding out what the health hazards are and managing them. select the button. Okay, care homes. In care homes, let's see what all. In care homes, when working with vulnerable individuals, all hazardous substances should be kept in a lockable cupboard. Okay, in home care, okay, let's see. In home care, if you work in domiciliary care, then the risk assessment should identify the safest place to keep any hazardous substances such as cleaning products. Okay. Right. Next.
Risk
assessment requirements. COSH regulations require employers to assess the risk to their employees and to prevent or adequately control those risks. This can be done by deciding what substances are harmful, looking at each substance, thinking about the task, choosing control measures, and stay in control by checking and maintaining. Risk assessments at your workplace is very important and it is a regulatory requirement. So you have to make sure that you are following the rules, right?
A COSH
risk assessment. A COSH risk assessment should be carried out by your employer. The risk from a hazardous substance is the likelihood that it will harm you if used incorrectly. The assessment should include the hazardous presented by the substance, how it should be used, how it is controlled, and who is exposed to how much for how long, and what will be the consequence, like what takes action as soon as if you have been contaminated or exposed. Okay. So there is
COSH assessment.
COSH assessment. It is important that you know the COSH guidelines in your workplace. Okay, let's see what are the hazards. Okay, contact with bleach and other cleaning and washing chemicals. It can be hazards. It can be a hazard. Who might be harmed and how? Prolonged contact with water, particularly in combination detergents, can cause skin damage. Staff cleaning premises risk skin irritation or eye damage from direct contact with bleach and other cleaning products. Vapor may cause breathing problems. What are you doing already? Dishwasher used instead of washing by hand. All containers clearly labeled. Where possible, cleaning products marked irritant, not purchased, and milder alternatives brought instead. Yes, sometimes you can get milder alternatives rather than getting used to highly irritant chemicals. Long-handled mops in brushes and strong rubber gloves provided and used. Yes, personal protective equipment should be provided by the employer. Staff wash rubber gloves after using them and store in a clean place. What further action is necessary? Staff reminded thoroughly dry hands after washing. Provide non-taint, not oil-free cream for staff to apply regularly to replace the moisture stripped by frequent washing. Remind staff to check for dry, red, or itchy skin on their hands and to tell manager if this occurs. Action by who? The manager. Action by when and the date. Action achieved. Yes. So this is how a COSH guideline is given, how to find the hazards at work. Okay. So you need to find out what are the hazards, who may be exposed to this, what are you doing about it, what are actions that you need to take in order to reduce the hazards, and action by who, by when, and how action will be achieved. Okay. Right. Let's move to the next.
Safety data sheets.
Safety data sheets. Safety data sheets provide information on each chemical product that informs the COSH risk assessment. They describe the hazards, the chemicals present, and give you information on handling, storage, and emergency measures in case of an accident. In compliance with the law, safety data sheets are compiled by the manufacturer of the product and are available from the substance supplier. Data sheets are not risk assessments in themselves, but can be attached to a risk assessment for a substance, or they may be kept in a separate file. COSH symbols should be detailed on safety data sheets. Information about hazardous substances used in the workplace should be accessible to all employees. So these are the rules and regulations for the employers to ensure that everybody is aware about the different substances, the contents and the ingredients, and what type of a harm that can cause for them if exposed. And in case if they have been exposed and they have the irritation or they have the signs of any hazards to their health, then what actions has to be taken next? It should be available readily when available for the employees to understand and follow in case of any emergency, how to follow and what precautions to take. Okay, so we are talking about COSH regulations in the UK. Right. Work exposure limit. Approximately 500 substances out of the thousands used are given a work exposure limit. This is to help protect the health of workers and is calculated on the concentrations of a substance in the air over a period of time. Two time periods are used to determine the work exposure limit. Long term 8 hours, short term 15 minutes. Exposure controls should be found on the safety data sheet for a hazardous substance. Okay, so if you have hazardous substances at your offices, where in the workplace where you work, then there is work exposure limit, because continuous exposure will be harmful for your health and safety. Yeah, so the long term is maximum of 8 hours. The short term exposure is like work exposure limit is 15 minutes. Okay, so this is different from industry to industry. At class we talk about different industries and we get understanding more about this information. But this is I am giving you a quick classroom session for you, so you get the basic idea about what is COSH stand for and what is the importance of understanding COSH regulations. Personal protective equipment, PPE. Employers are responsible for providing appropriate PPE for all staff that need it in the workplace. It is your responsibility to wear personal protective equipment as directed by your workplace and to follow the policies and procedures in doing so. So let's see what is. Okay, so disposable gloves. Sometimes you need disposable gloves to complete your tasks, especially when you're working in care homes. The next one is disposable aprons. When you work in kitchens, when you work in cleaning industries, yes, then even care industry, you have disposable aprons. Then you have goggles, eye protection. So some of the industries, these are there. So then face masks and face shields. Yes, it's very important. And shoe covers sometimes. Yeah, some of the employees provide shoe covers. Like in hospitals, you need to prevent any germs coming Okay, so like protective footwear. Yes, sometimes you have protective footwear because if there's any falls, if any trips and falls, then there are special kind of shoes are available too if you're working in floors, in warehouses and things like that, that may prevent your feet from trips and falls, and sometimes falling objects to your foot. Okay, and sometimes it has good grips, so you won't fall. You can walk well with those shoes. Okay, so those are the to protect your feet. Protective clothing. Yes, some industries have protective clothing to protect your entire body from getting into explosives or any kind of harmful substances. Okay, so these are the personal protective equipment you need to understand, and you have to follow the processes, and definitely wear these protective equipments as instructed by the employer. Right, next we'll
Donning
see donning and doffing PPE. Okay, let's watch this.
Perform hand hygiene using alcohol hand gel or rub and/or soap and water. Put on your apron, tying it securely at the back. Donning and doffing PPE. Perform hand hygiene using alcohol hand gel or rub and/or soap and water. Put on your apron, tying it securely at the back. Put on your face mask. If tied, make sure it is secure. Once it covers the nose, extend to cover your mouth and chin. Where there is a splashing risk, use eye protection or a face shield. Put on your eye protection or face shield. Put on your gloves. You need to select non-sterile nitrile gloves which fit you properly. Remove first glove by grasping the outside of the cuff of the glove and peel off, holding the glove in the gloved hand. Roll up the glove, pull apron off, and roll into a bundle, still using gloved hand. Slide the fingers of the ungloved hand under the remaining glove at the wrist and peel off second glove over the first glove and apron. Discard in a clinical waste bin. Perform hand hygiene using alcohol hand gel or rub or soap and water. Remove eye protection or face shield. Handle by headband or earpieces and dispose of in a clinical waste bin. Perform hand hygiene using alcohol hand gel or rub and/or soap and water. Remove the face mask. Untie or break the bottom ties followed by the top ties or elastic, and remove the respirator or mask by handling the ties only. Dispose of in a clinical waste bin. Perform hand hygiene using alcohol hand gel or rub and/or soap and water immediately after removing all personal protective equipment. Safe practice. Always read the labels on containers. Always follow manufacturer's instructions for use. Only use chemicals which have data sheets. Always read the data sheet. Only use chemicals as described on the data sheets. Wear the recommended PPE equipment. Know what to do if there is risk of contamination. Report any mishaps with use of chemicals and substances. Dispose of chemicals and substances as advised by your employers.
Right, okay, so safe practice. Always read the labels on containers. Always follow manufacturer's instructions for use. Only use chemicals which have data sheets. So you know now data sheets, it has all information about the chemical and how to handle the process and procedures and what to do if contaminated. Okay, always read the data sheet. Yes, only use chemicals as described on the data sheets. Wear the recommended PPE equipment. Know what to do if there is a risk of contamination. Report any mishaps with use of chemicals and substances. Dispose of chemicals and substances as advised by your employer. So always strict to the process and procedures and follow the data sheets before you're starting the process, and follow the instructions and supervision as trained by the employer. Unsafe practice. Never mix chemicals. Never decant chemicals into an unmarked container. Yes. Never take a chance by not wearing a PPE. Never ignore spillage and mishaps. Okay. So you need to be very, very careful about it.
Practice. Never mix chemicals. Never decant chemicals into an unmarked container. Never take a chance by not wearing PPE. Never ignore spillages and mishaps. Do not take risks.
Right, let's see next.
Scenario. Mixing chemicals.
Okay.
Sunita is... Scenario. Mixing chemicals. Sunita is a home care worker and she is giving domestic support to an individual by cleaning their toilet. She wants to give the toilet a good clean, so decides to use bleach and a toilet cleaner as she thinks this will get the best results. Sunita starts to clean the toilet and inhales the mixed fumes from the two cleaning products, which are both hazardous substances. As she inhales the fumes, she gets a severe pain in her nose and feels dizzy. Sunita had to leave work and could not continue with any work for the rest of that day. Her manager asks what the problem is, and Sunita explains how she cleaned the toilets. Scenario, the outcome. The manager tells Sunita to go to the doctor and get checked out, as she may be having a serious reaction from mixing the cleaning products. The manager takes the following actions to reduce the risk. Remind all staff of the COSH risk assessment in place. Ensure that every staff member has read and signed the risk assessment. Check that all staff have completed their COSH training. Check that the individual's home where the incident happened is now safe and the individual is no longer at high risk. Risk assessment. Let's look at an example of the risk assessment that should be written as an outcome of the incident involving Sunita. Select each button to see what should be included in the risk assessment.
Okay, so we are learning about risk assessment now. What are the risks to what are the risks? So one is contact with hazardous substances, burns, pain from contact or inhalation, and any irritations, breathing problems, skin reactions, damage, nose or vomiting, hospitalization due to potential injury. Risks management. Okay, so there can be different risks involved in different substances of contamination. So, what are the risk management then? Hazardous substances must never be mixed. Appropriate when using any hazardous substances. Only one cleaning product to be used at one time. Staff must know the guidelines and sign the risk assessment. Staff are trained on in COSH. Hazardous substances must be secure and stored in a safe place.
Let's recap.
You must always wear PPE equipment when working with hazardous substances. Yes, it is. It is very important. Right? Okay. Next.
Correct procedure for storing
Correct
chemicals.
procedure for storing chemicals. The following work settings should be provide lockable cupboards for safe storage of chemicals, such as care homes or nursing homes, day centers, hospitals, individual homes. An agreed space, place, or a lockable cupboard if the individual is at risk of misuse or lacks capacity to make safe decisions. And second,
Case
study.
Ingestion of hazardous substance. Resident dies from drinking toilet cleaner. Sheffield Care Home, 15/11/11.
We're almost 2 hours live. Okay. Let's see
Safe
this one.
storage of
Safe
compressed
storage
gas.
of compressed gases. Cylinders should be stored in an outside, purpose-made, well-ventilated, lockable compound. Cylinders should be stored free from fire hazards and away from sources of ignition and heat. Cylinders should be stored in a vertical position and secure to prevent them falling over. You must never smoke near cylinders. Next, safe storage,
Safe storage of aerosols. Do not store near heaters, hot pipes, or indirect sunlight. Do not subject aerosols to freezing conditions. Keep in a dry place. Do not place aerosols in clinical waste bags. Let's recap on.
Okay, what do you remember for safe practice when handling hazardous substances? Always read the data sheet. To decant chemicals into unmarked? No, you should not add chemicals into unmarked containers. Wear the recommended PPE equipment? Yes. Dispose of chemicals and substances as advised by your employers. Yes. Yes, it is correct. Next module, we completed module 3 about PPE equipment. Right.
Learning outcomes. On completion of
done. I think we have completed our training. We have defined the COSH, explained the regulatory and workplace requirements of COSH, and we explained the data sheets and importance of risk assessment. We know the COSH symbols and packaging and products. We understand how chemicals can either enter and affect the body. We know the different biohazards. We learned about identifying hazards that affect food, hazards that affect food. We also learned about measures to take work safely. We learned about the PPE, and we know how to store hazardous substances safely. Right? So we are done. We have done our training. We
test your knowledge.
Training, okay?
You will now.
Then there's a test that we need to do. Right. So yeah. So we have done COSH training today. You're with BML College. Birmingham live. We are live on social media platforms. We are here to support you. We are BML College, and you can start a qualification online. Today we did some trainings. Some trainings about cost training. So every day we are going live on social media platforms to get you more information about uh, different learning opportunities that we have at BML College and BML Education Group UK. We have helped thousands of students to complete higher education and move abroad for education or start a qualification online. We have free courses available for students if you want to start a qualification somewhere somehow to get into higher education. We really want more and more students to get into higher education. We are BML College Online. We are available to the world. We have supportive teams in place to support your learning journey. So if anybody in the world want to get into higher education, we have prepared online learning management system where you can start a qualification at your own pace and forces and complete a qualification, get yourself qualified, and move to the job opportunities that we have. I will show you our websites, how you can join our courses as well. So go to bmlcollege.com and then you can select your faculty, get the information that you need. Okay, I'm going to share with you our website where you will get information. Okay, go to bmlcollege.com, go to the faculty, select if you want to learn about health and social care, go to health and medical sciences and School of Health Sciences. There are lots of courses that you can start studying. We also have some free courses available for you. So if you want to study some free courses, please text me on the number displayed on the screen. A member of our team will give you the access to our learning management system where you can complete these qualifications for free. Some of the qualifications that are available online, we are offering up to 50% scholarship for students. Now, for example, a very popular course, if you go to OTHM level 6 diploma in health and social care management, then this course is very popular in the UK. So if you want to start studying this course, we also have pathway programs to where you can get the social work England registration as well, which is also level 6 qualifications that you can complete and then get yourself qualified for high skill work sponsorships as well. So all you need is your education right. Okay, so get yourself qualified, gain the skills that you need, qualify yourself, improve your skills, become a better learner, and put your learning into practice and improve your employability skills. Then definitely you have a better future. Okay, so if you think you're not putting your effort, or you don't want to read the books, you don't want to get yourself skillful, if you're not putting the effort, then do not think that you can achieve your life's goals, because we don't know any elevator to success, but you have to take the stairs. Okay, that means you have to put your effort, you have to be committed, you have to do the reading, you have to complete your assignments on your own, you have to learn, you have to go through the learning management system, learn about it, get to know, and make sure that you are getting yourself qualified. Okay, because end of the day, it's not the paper qualification that matters, it's what you have learned, how much learning that you have taken into your brain. So how much understanding, how into what extent that you have improved your skills, how you can put this learning into practice. These are the things that matters. Right. So at BML, we are empowering students to get into higher education, not only to achieve the qualification, but also to gain and improve a skill so that you are better prepared for better futures, right? Now, you're living in a global world. There are 8 billion people and so much of competition. Even if you apply for a job, there are so many applications coming up and they are all good. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself qualified, get yourself ahead, and get yourself prepared for the future, because the future is going to be very competitive, and also there will be lots of people with good skills, qualifications, and also there will be a lot of competition. So you have to stand out from the rest. At BML College Online, we are inspiring students to get into these qualifications and improve your skills, knowledge, English language, and learn about the best qualifications, UK education system, get the academic credits. So face the future with so you, when you are equipped well and when you are prepared well, there's nothing can stop you. Okay, so that's why that is the importance of education, right? So we have we have 50% off, 50% scholarship for all students. So even if the website price, it says the fee £3,500, but we have half price, and we are for some countries, low income countries, we are offering up to 70% a scholarship as well. So because it's not the fee or the price that matters for us, because we really want more people to get into higher education and more people to improve a skill, because that will change your lives and your family's life. You will go into better job opportunities, you will improve yourself, go grab better opportunities, and that will in turn give you the best life for your children and for your families, and as for wider communities. So that's the whole purpose. And our vision is to make UK education affordable and accessible to the world. So at BML, we are inspiring students to get into higher education. Right, so go to bmlcollege.com. You can contact us on the numbers displayed on the screen, and we are available on social media platforms every day, 10 o'clock, or every day, three hours live. So we have lots of other options as well, like online learning, on campus learning, or if you want to move abroad for education. So there are lots of opportunities. We also offer free courses for students. If you are someone who wants to start studying a free course, then let us know that as well. Right. Okay. So thank you so much for joining with us today. It's been a wonderful journey with, I've been working with BML College for past 14 years, and it's been a wonderful journey for me as well. We have inspired students from different parts of the world to come and study in the UK, and also some of the students are studying online. So thank you so much. We are here for you. If you have any questions, any support that you need, please do let us know. And every day, or as and when possible, when possible, we will come live on social media platforms to give you free sessions about very important educational contents. Okay, so if you want any particular kind of a course or a session that you would like to request, do let us know. Comment on social media. We are here to guide you through. So BML College, awaken the genius within. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.